Yo, Hendo here with Average Use Slow-Pitch. Today, we're bringing you the brand new two-piece Miken Primos. We brought the one piece about a week or so ago, but we've got the 13.5-inch max load, so half-ounce end load, and then 13.5-inch balanced. It's already about, 95 plus degrees out here, so as we've mentioned before, on the hotter days, we're gonna really just go through one bag of balls. By the time they sit out there, they cook. So luckily, with only the two bats, depending where they start compression-wise, we really only need anywhere between 50 to 100 swings with them, so we've got enough balls to kind of make that happen. We're back out here in Alamogordo, New Mexico. These fields, nice part about them is they're 320 all the way around, so a little bit bigger than your average field, not quite baseball sized, but it works out pretty well for, again, being at kind of a little bit of that higher elevation as well. We've got a little bit of a breeze right now. It's kind of swirling. You can kind of see the flags right now. It's blowing towards right. We'll see what it does, but hopefully it doesn't kick up too bad. Again, New Mexico, windy season's lasting longer than it's supposed to, so we just kind of never know what we're going to get. But
miles per hour.
All right, well, the radar's clearly working. So with that being said, we have the radar set up. Hopefully we don't get any false readings out here as well. And we will get those swings for you. Compression test, come back with final thoughts. All right, let's go ahead and test our Primos real quick before we throw swings on them. Up first, we got the 13.5-inch max load. So this is that black and red one. Just because we always do it, we're going to usually say stamp up. There we go. Dial it to 0. And sitting right on 240, a little bit above 240. So let's quarter turn and see what we get. We just pulled this thing out of the wrapper, so not really expecting to be that low, but I guess it's possible. It's just completely game ready. Let that sit there at 0 again. Yeah, about 250. So this thing's right about 250, pretty much right above 250. So we'll see if that holds at all as we swing it a whole bunch. And then next up, we've got the 13.5 balanced Primo. This one actually still has the wrapper, because I didn't pull it off yet, so we're going to swing that black one first. But anyways, let that dial to 0. 250. So it seems like the Primo Tech 250 kind of makes sense. Just a little surprising since the one piece tested at nearly 275 for us. Usually we kind of see the one piece is a little bit lower, but yep, and 250, just over 250. So basically 250 for the Primos. Let's go and get some swings on them, see how they perform. All right, as we mentioned, up first, the max load 13.5-inch barrel. Again, starting nice and low compression-wise, so expecting to be pretty game ready, hopefully. We'll probably only put about 50 swings on each, just to kind of, especially if it is game ready, just so we can kind of see how that compression's holding. But this seems like a bat that if you're going to BP it, make sure you're using 52s, not the Pro M's like we are using. And then, obviously, from there, hopefully it'll kind of last you with just game swings.
90 miles per hour.
Oh, not like that.
80 miles per hour. 99 miles per hour.
Is that New Mexico water?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty game ready though. 99 on the second swing.
81 miles per hour.
What was that? 81. Ew.
Hands.
Yeah, but look how forgiving that is.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see where I hit it right there.
Yeah. And it carried it just shy of 320.
89 miles per hour.
That was a slight miss, but you get 89 and short hop 320, so.
94 miles per hour.
Just through the wind,
Over the tree.
over the tree and over our little island out there, which we haven't put up a map, I think, of this field before, so we'll do that on the video as well. But yeah, I would say it's pretty darn game ready.
Oh.
103 miles per hour.
Blow it away.
99 miles per hour.
So that's a little bit of a miss. So the only downside to it so far is with such a long barrel, there's so much area to miss that the no kidding sweet spot's the hot spot, obviously. But that one came off good, but you can tell feel-wise not catching it. So again, somebody who doesn't maybe catch the sweet spot every time needs some extra forgiveness. That's where this is really good for.
82 miles per hour. 89 miles per hour.
Well, there's the forgiveness though on a miss. Again, way over the scoreboard. our swirling wind still to right. So I mean, yeah, incredibly forgiving, that's for sure.
77 miles per hour.
Wrong part of the field.
89 miles per hour.
Yeah, and again, that's not off the sweet spot, and you can feel it.
That's an 88.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
98 miles per hour.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna put too many more on this. I mean, between all of us, literally 50 swings, but pretty much just how I'm starting out of the wrapper. But again, good sweet spot, super forgiving. Even when you're missing, you can tell you're missing on the hands, sound, all that kind of stuff, but the ball's still carrying. So let's see if the balance performs the same way. Have everyone do probably 50 swings again, and we'll come back with final thoughts, final impression. All right, so now 13.5 balanced. Just a side note too, we still got the radar running, but I forgot how much the sun just burns down on my phone, so nothing overheated. You'll still be able to hear the sound hopefully, but I had to put it pretty much as far away from the camera, or closest shade I can to the camera. So if you can't really hear it, I'll make sure I put the displays up for you guys, but it is still running. I'll go from there.
First pitch I throw, you can hit me with it.
Feels like a...
You're just a little too far. Oh, 102 on the second swing. I would say they're both very game ready.
It sounded 102. Just
It did
saying.
sound 102, you're right. And then there's just straight on a line, well over, right over 320.
And these balls are warm.
Yeah, and the balls are already getting hot. I mean, we looked, it's 101 out here. I was wrong about the 90, so it's hot. That's still performing great. Obviously, the cooler weather or harder balls you use, it's gonna perform even better. There it is.
89 miles per hour.
Woo! 80 what?
9.
Yeah. There's that sweet spot sound. Hop right on over. Unless you hit it that high, but we're talking just missed the lights over the berm, still through the wind. So
85 miles per hour. 96 miles per hour.
So I'm not normally a balance fan, but this is super easy to control, and I think with a longer barrel, the weighting doesn't feel much different than the end load, so it almost makes it easier with this one. And we're seeing, or at least I'm seeing, more consistent, higher speeds. So I don't know, usually the end load I feel like helps bring it through the zone and add some speed to it, but with these it doesn't really matter too much.
81 miles per hour.
That was low on the hands too. Like I could feel it.
And you almost hit the light.
Almost hit the light over the berm again.
86 miles per hour.
Yeah, the speeds are just consistently higher with this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sizzling off this barrel.
82 miles per hour.
Oh no.
Well, same story as the Maxload. I mean, incredible performance straight out of the wrapper. Again, I get they start at 250, slightly lower. We'll see. Maybe they're holding, maybe they're not, but 60-ish swings on both of them at this point. Hopefully you could hear the velos on this one again. It's as close as we can get the phone volume-wise. We'll have to invest in the speaker, kind of spit that noise out a little louder, but we'll go ahead, let these cool down, pick up all the balls, the gear, all that kind of stuff, and then final compression, final thoughts. All right, again, about 60 swings here on both of our Primos. Honestly, both of these things were pretty much gas from swing number one, super forgiving. I'm not usually a long barrel fan, especially these real long 13.5s, but these both felt good. They started low compressions, that's been definitely the one concern. Kind of see where they're at. We let them sit here for a little while. Again, it is warm outside, so we may have to test them again. Well, maybe not. So sitting dead on 240 still, so pretty close to where it started, but again, it's hot out here. Bat's only been sitting for probably about 20 minutes in the shade since we got done swinging while we're picking up. So again, I would guess it probably hasn't really moved much from that kind of 250, just under 250 mark. So again, that's 60 swings, just consecutive swings, obviously BP wise. Again, if you're going to BP these things, 52s, don't use the Pro M's and then just game it. Yeah, and just under 250 on the balance. So both of them are still passing. We'll talk about that a little bit more here in a second in the final thoughts. All right, and we're swings, compression, velo complete here with our Miken Primos. Again, 13.5 inch, half ounce, the max load, 13.5 inch balance. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting a ton out of them with the longer barrels. I found that a lot of time the longer barrels, you don't get great performance off the sweet spots. They can be forgiving, things like that. But the fact that straight out of the wrapper, these were hitting, I think, 99 in the second swing, 101, 103, something like that in the second swing, and then just really only got better and better. From there, really with where that starting compression was, I assumed these were kind of going to drop compression pretty fast, sit down there in kind of that 220, 215 range, but they haven't budged at all whatsoever. Again, yeah, it's only 60 swings, but for something that's game ready like this, and from how it felt, you could easily take either of these out of the wrapper and immediately game them. Biggest thing on them both is the no kidding sweet spot's not the largest, but the bat's so forgiving, as you kind of saw with the numbers, with kind of what the guys were talking about, that you don't necessarily need to hit the no kidding sweet spot itself. And then maybe that'll open up more, or maybe this is just kind of that max performance simply because of where that compression's at. But either way, if you grab these, you want to VP them, use 52s, rotate them. Don't put too many swings on them, but kind of loosen up the fibers a little bit, get it ready to really go swing in the game, and then just game it. And I'm going to guess based on the fact that it really hasn't moved yet, and the fact it's 102 degrees out here now we were looking at. So with the fact we didn't let it sit very long, these could be testing 5 or even 10 higher at that point too. So you might have even more wiggle room. So get them, BP 52s, game them. You'll be happy. If you're somebody who's been looking for kind of a long barrel, whether you want end load or balance, something kind of just forgiving, that's also hot, these are definitely going to be your choices. We really like the one-piece Primo as well, so I think Miken's done a great job with kind of these models. We'll have the ASA models coming here before too long as well. It's just with this heat, we don't have enough time to really do more than kind of 2 bats, simply because, but again, as we get through kind of a single bag of balls, not even really get through the whole bag of balls, but they start getting warmer, you kind of see some of the numbers drop, performance drop, things like that. But the fact that it was this hot, the balls were getting warm, bats were getting warm, and they still performed that well is super encouraging. And again, the fact they held compression was probably the most surprising part for me based on where they started. So with these, Miken still has them in stock. Headbanger Sports has them in stock. With Miken, I don't have a discount code. With Headbangers, code ADS will save you some money on these. I'm not sure how many are in stock, but either way, head over there or simply get a hold of us, whether you want to contact us in the comments, go over to any of the social medias, averageuseslowpitch.com, whatever it might be. But good products, especially for those long barrel fans. Obviously, if you're somebody who's like that 12-inch barrel fan, then this probably won't be the bat for you. There's other options out there like the Pearson, Riley's, things like that. But these are great models for anyone who maybe doesn't take a bunch of BP, wants that forgiveness, with also still having a good sweet spot. And at this point, it looks like it's going to hold for the people who cares, assuming you use it kind of as a gamer at that point. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's informative, helps you kind of make a decision on what you want to pick up as your next bat, whether it's one of these or maybe something else you were considering against one of these. So either way, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have a great day.